What's up, you beautiful resellers? So today I'm here to give you some information that I really wish I had known in the beginning of my FBA/eBay adventure. But before we get started, let's talk a little bit about Amazon FBA and eBay. Amazon FBA is actually an e-commerce service that allows you to send your inventory up to the warehouse where they will then ship out the product for you when it's ordered. So instead of you mailing your product to the customer, Amazon is just like, now that's awesome, but there's a lot of different things I wish I had learned. There's a lot of fantastic YouTubers out there that give a lot of great information about Amazon FBA. You got Casey the Rockstar Flipper, you got Rake In Profit, you have Side Hustle Pros. A lot of the information that it took for me to be sold into trying this out was from their input and their knowledge on this whole process. I don't know why I keep saying process. That was the last time. So to get started, I'm gonna talk about the 5 things I wish I had known about Amazon. Number 1, restrictions. A lot of Amazon FBA users from an older time, they didn't have a lot of different items that they were necessarily gated for. Now, when you're a new seller, the majority of items you're restricted, or also known as gated. Now, being gated for an item is really annoying because you could see an item that has a huge profit that you find at a Goodwill, a Walmart, or Target, but you can't even send it up to Amazon because it's a restricted category. Now, is there a solution to this? Yes, but it sucks. Amazon makes you go onto their website and apply for every single category individually. For example, DVDs. I bought like 30 DVDs that were factory sealed and I sent up the invoice for it and Amazon said I did not qualify to send them up. So then I was left with 30 DVDs and I couldn't do anything with them, so I went to eBay. But I'll leave a link in the description where there's a lot of categories that are very easy to get into and it'll show you the processes of how to do so. 2, wholesale. Now, believe it or not, a lot of Amazon FBA users are now doing wholesale purchases. Now, when you hear about wholesale, you'll hear a lot of weird company names. Alibaba, AliExpress, DHgate, Jet, Sam's Club. A lot of those places are a place you buy in bulk, and then of course you can sell them for a resale profit. Now again, I tried that and a lot of those items had to go to eBay because again, which then left less profit for me to make. So it'd be great to know how to get into those wholesale processes and how to know about AliExpress or Alibaba and how to learn how to buy a lot of items that we can profit from. Alibaba! 3, third-party companies. Now, third-party companies are a lot of different tools that Amazon sellers use that seem to make their lives a lot easier. You got Scoutify, Camel, Inventory Lab, Payability. A lot of those tools seem very useful, but to a new seller, we're not getting enough information about this. Obviously, we would like to know about our inventory, about the profits that we actually make, what items are selling and what rate they're selling at. And yes, we have the Amazon Seller app that tells us what's sold, how to adjust prices, how to see how much money we made. But in my opinion, that app only allows you to scan and look at your current status. Tell us more. I'll leave a few links in the description that may help clarify a few things for you, but again, tell us more stuff. We want to know more. Knowledge is power. 4, fulfilled by merchant. Now, FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, is the common thing that we're hearing about, but there's also Amazon FBM, or fulfilled by merchant. Now, to give you a little visual, it's simply, if you guys know any great information on that I might find useful, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. 5, restrictions. Just kidding. I want to make sense of the fees. Now, as you know that there's 2 different FBA options, that you can do the individual seller, which allows you to list up to 40 items with a $1 charge on each product when they sell it. Or the professional seller's account, which allows you to send as many items as you can up to Amazon. Obviously, at $40 a month, it helps when you're selling more than 40 items. But have you looked at your invoice? Are the fees charged at the end of the month? Or are they charged out of the price out of the product selling? I see $39.99 on every statement. Why is my current balance this, but it's not letting me take it out? Those are questions that I ask myself all the time. But if you know a better solution or a better source to understand more, comment! All right, let's jump over to eBay. Now, eBay is an e-commerce site as well, but allows you to list your items in different ways. You can do an auction, you can do buy it now, and you can even do offers, which allows customers to say, hey, I'll pay you this much for it, and you can accept, decline, or counteroffer. It's pretty cool. But let's get into 5 things. 1, PayPal. Now, PayPal is the company that works with eBay when it regards the money aspect of things. If you sell something on eBay, the person is going to pay you, and it's going to be going through PayPal to then go into your account. Think about it as like an online bank account. Now, the only thing I don't like about that is that PayPal and eBay play off each other like a mommy-daddy thing. Now, what I mean by that is that you could have an issue where your funds are being held after your item's been delivered, and eBay could say, PayPal's holding it, call them. You call PayPal, yeah, eBay's holding it, go talk to them. Kind of just leaving you without a solution. The big problem with that is that there's been many times where I have sent out items and it gets delivered 3 days later and For some reason, my funds don't get lifted. Now granted, when I call PayPal and I tell them that, most of the time they go ahead and lift the funds. The only problem with that is that it takes like 2 hours to actually get a hold of them, and you're sitting there like, come on PayPal. And their hold music sucks. 2, scammers. So when I was brand new to eBay, a scammer tried to get me. Now what had happened was I had sold an iPhone 6. And this person sent me a screenshot of their purchase of this iPhone saying, hey, I've paid, go ahead and send it to me. Now there was nothing in my PayPal account showing that it was pending. I had then called eBay and said this is an issue, and I went ahead and canceled the order. Now what happened after I canceled the order, it said time to refund the customer. Now that was obviously a huge issue because if I was to refund the customer, it would be my money. Now luckily I was able to clarify it with eBay. I was very traumatized through the whole process, but again, that is something that really messed with me. But luckily you can fix that by going into your eBay settings and actually restricting the types of buyers you allow to actually inquire purchasing your items. 3, your costs. Now, unlike Amazon, it's that with eBay, you are 100% providing the customer service for the customer. Customer doesn't like the item, it's you that they talk to. You handle returns, you handle customer questions, and you handle any discrepancies with the account. Now, the big thing with that is that you have a lot of customers that are very, very antsy to get their product. Someone could buy your product and then 2 minutes later be like, please ship. And then 24 hours later, they're like, why haven't I received my item? It can be very frustrating. So that all turns into how much you gotta pay to really make sure you can have a fast-moving business. Profitable item on Amazon, you say, hey, I can make 20 bucks off there. You put it in a box with all your other inventory, send it right up. Now with eBay, you see a product that you can profit 20 bucks on. Let's say the item's about £1.50 pounds. You're looking at maybe close to 10 bucks for shipping, a couple bucks for the box, bubble wrap, packing tape, printer slips, printer. I mean, it's 2017. It can cost a lot. Usually I factor in about a total of $5 into any item I sell. A tip is that you really want to find items that are either under £1 or media, because you can use first class, which is very cheap, or media man. 4, feedback. Now your account is strictly under the foundation of customer feedback. If a customer sees an item that they want and you're the one selling it, but they don't see a close to 100% on the seller ranking, it can be hard when you're a new seller because there's a learning curve involved. And not just that, but when you have only had 10 positive feedbacks, 1 negative could really hurt you. So it's important to keep up the communication and keep up that flow to make sure you can get it out to the customer as soon as possible. 5, the eBay seller fees. Now you're gonna see a lot of different fees that eBay takes out for the sale of your product. You're basically paying for the real estate of your item being for sale on that store. Now eBay doesn't take the charge out of your sale right at the spot. What happens is that they take all the items at the end of the month and they throw you a bill. Now I like to think that a couple months back, I was doing fantastic. I had close to 200 items listed. And then I saw the bill. It was $247. And of course, eBay said if you don't pay it, we freeze your account. I wasn't expecting that much. So it's important to factor those things into your profit. So overall, it's really something that when you are outsourcing for a product, you need to make sure that the profit is far larger than an Amazon profit, because that needs to go to a lot of different places. And guys, that wraps it up for these different things about eBay and Amazon. I really hope you enjoyed it. Now yes, you are correct. This is my only video on right now. I do plan on uploading more. I'm actually a musician YouTuber with a different channel. But being new to this FBA community, I really want to learn more and I really want to be able to have a network to communicate with people about. So I'll make sure to put up the Twitter and Facebook links as well. Make sure to check the comment section below for more information. And thank you guys so much for coming out.